I want to talk to you about. Excuse me, I can't stop clearing my throat. I want to talk to you about leadership because, the reason why I'm really passionate about it. I'll talk to you about my reasoning behind it. So, I'm the CEO and co-founder and CEO of Athena. So I'm obviously sit at the top, and
Yep.
and the way that a fish rots from the head, and the converse of that is I don't know, but you want to whatever happens at the top is gonna filter through. So
Yep.
I think my day to day really actually does affect the people that work in the team, and we have 12 people now.
Yeah.
So for me, I spoke to Drew and Mads the other day. I spoke to Drew and Mads, my partners around Athena, and I said one of the things that we talked about brand, why, and impact. And I said, we spent about an hour on it, and I led this discussion, and I said, look, one of the things that I want us to really have a crack at and draw a line in the sand is we can't really control if we're going to be the most successful company in our field. If we're going to be huge, a billion-dollar company,
Yep.
wildly successful financially, what we do have really great control over is trying to become the greatest place on the planet to work.
Yep.
Provide the greatest lifestyle to our people and to ourselves.
Yep.
And that's what I really want to try and do, and I feel like that'll be a better legacy than if we were to sell for $10 billion, because I don't care about that. I care that people undersell the amazing feeling that you get from helping others and making other people happy. But I don't undersell it. I live and die by it because I had that with my past company, and that's what kept me going. But so I'm obsessed with it. But so for you, so when you talk about leadership and the things that you've learned and how to be a good leader in a corporate environment or any environment, like you can start anywhere because this is a very broad question. But how do you become a good leader? What's great leadership?
What's the kind of essentials of a good leader?
Yeah.
There are lots of. You could start almost anywhere, I think. What I think one of the great strengths is one, understanding your people.
Yeah.
And for me, looking at the potential of the people, not what they are today or who they think they are today, but where they could go. And any time I've sat with a team, I've really listened to people and looked at, that's where you've got all these things, where could you go? And then on top of that, I always do have a view about where could we go? So where could we take this? And there's a great book, The Leadership Challenge, and it's got 5 kind of elements, and one of the key elements to me in that is, presenting a view or a vision to your people. And that's really just a storytelling. I'm talking about stories, but it's really storytelling to your people about where we are today and where we want to be. So what are the key aspects and who we are, and that kind of creates the culture. But I think for me, understanding efforts, I think too many leaders come in transactionally and go, we've got all these things to deliver, and Bill, this is your KPI, and Mary, this is your KPI, and Fred, that's your KPI, and I'm going to come back in 6 months' time and make sure you've got them. So off you go. And where's the kind of support and engagement, and where is that? And I think you always got to back your people on that. And then KPIs are not a vision. It's a metric. And you need the metrics.
I hate KPIs.
Well, you need some metrics because you just kind of keep wanting to know, how do we stretch ourselves and where do we want to go? The question is, are they, if you don't get them, what does that really mean?
And what if you set them low?
Well, if you set them low, then everyone's just going to hang around. And
This is why that's two of the reasons I'm not.
I've hardly ever seen anyone set them too low.
Yeah.
Because we got, it's the Tony Robbins thing about, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 5. That's how KPIs are set too. They go, okay, we've got a 5-year plan. Now, if you look at most people's rolled out 5-year plan, this goes for big corporates often as well, there is so much stacked in the first 2 years. You go, well, that's never going to get done. And a lot of people know that's not going to get done because it's just, there's too many bottlenecks to get it done. But if you think about what you could do over 5 and you keep pushing that through and kind of relentlessly pursuing that, I think that's really important. important element. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've hardly ever seen anyone underset their KPIs.
Yeah, well, for sure. You don't, but you don't want to. But I mean, I just don't like arbitrary numbers, and I think a lot of the time KPIs are, somewhat arbitrary. But I don't know much about business, also. So let's just get that.
I think you're understating your.